Something's out there. Something that forced its way into our world. Listen up! Come get some.
Status selected.
Come get some. All right. Come get some. Come get some.
Shout out to Sam Raimi.
Come get some.
Bruce Campbell. Haha.
Come get some.
Yeah.
Come get some.
Alright. Okay. Look.
Welcome. Hey, happy Castle Kandar Day, you primitive screwheads. Today I've been checking out the update. I've been showcasing it on my stream. I played 3 games from 3 different perspectives to check out the entirety of the DLC. Castle Kandar in each one of these games, it was very lucky. I got the battle pass, so I got all the new skins and stuff. Checked out the new weapons. I love the explosive crossbow. Amazing. I haven't used the mace yet, but I will with Henry the Red when I get the chance. Right now everyone's using Henry because they want to check out the mace and the new skin and all that, and that's cool, whatever. As you can see on the screen right now, I'm trying to build up my man Ed Getley, but earlier when I was playing as Survivor, I was playing as Cheryl Williams, and then I went into a demon match and played as my boy, the Necromancer, Evil Ash, in his new gilded gear. Check it out, man. It's some slick shit. I went through all the different skins and stuff and armors for the basics. The basics got the hookup, man, when it comes to skins on this patch. But just for the Necromancer, none of the others got it. So what I want to show you today, though, is for the Necromancer specifically. See, the game I played as the Necromancer was smooth, even with the nerf to early game possession, which is something I never really relied on to begin with. I had no problems winning in this game. I got them before they even managed to get the 3rd map piece, and it wasn't early game at all. I got to level 6 like that, and then from there it was just a shit show for this team. They had 2 supports, a leader, and a warrior, so there was really no excuse for them to lose this game, especially since they were together literally the entire time. But what I wanted to do was show you my build for my Necromancer one more time, because as I've said before, it's different from other demon builds. Like, mostly demon mains have been concentrating on the wrong things, and I've been saying it for a while. They've been concentrating on putting all their points into early game basic unit possession, and it's just the wrong thing to do. So let's crack into it and I'll show you what I mean. So here is my Evil Ash build, and what it basically does is it makes my basic units tanky as hell, and it makes my boss unit tanky as hell. So I'm going to go through each skill line by line and explain to you my thought process. So with the first one, Rocksteady Elite, is a skill point you absolutely need to have. You can't progress in the skill tree without it. Same goes with Seismic Smash and Trident Missile. Unfortunately, those are skill points you have to waste to get to Portal Authority, which I also considered a skill you have to get to the end of the skill tree. Then you got Expanded Skeletal Support. So a lot of Necromancer mains will concentrate on this skill and max it out. I don't. 39.4 feet for the Expanded Skeletal Support is perfectly fine. You don't need it any bigger than that because of how close you can put your traps together. You just don't need it to be any bigger than that. But you need those 2 to move on to Heavy Damage Basic. Increases the damage built or dealt by basic units by 20%. So that's not just for basic unit possession, but that's also so your basics can hold their own when you're not possessing them, which is what you want, because you're going to be working up to this guy, the boss. And I did 2 into him only because I didn't have the points to do 3, because I had to waste 5 points to get to this point. You know what I mean? But 15% damage increase dealt by boss is not that bad. It actually works pretty well for me. I don't struggle at all when I possess my boss unit. Then you come down, you completely skip the middle line, and you go to Rock Steady Basic. And increases the balance bar length of basic units, which is pretty standard for most demons, I'm sure. Then you go to Ladder Warcry. Again, you only need to sink 1 into this because it just gets you along in the skill tree. You go to Test of Time. You absolutely need Test of Time because that's what helps make this build work. The longer it takes for them to complete their objective, the better. You know what I mean? Because it gives your cooldowns time to refresh, and you can do an onslaught over and over and over again. Sometimes spawn your boss 2-3 times an objective. It's a really useful skill. Come Back Stronger. It's a must-have for the Necromancer. We all know this. Max that out every time. Flute Force, of course, you have to increase the range of the flutist. 180.4 feet. It looks like they increased it, which is insane. 180.4 feet. You could put that motherfucker way out there and not have to worry about him dying. That's something I'm going to have to test. I didn't know they expanded the area. Before, I think it was 80 feet. Buffed Bones. Increase the health and damage dealt by skeletons that Evil Ash summons to battle. You sink points into this because of your resurrection skill. With Come Back Stronger plus this, your basic units are going to be fucking savages. You don't even need to possess them. You don't. It gives you time to concentrate on the healers on the team. Like, because if you're possessing, sure, you can run after the healer and stuff, but it's easier to just sit back and spawn traps on them until they go down. Overwhelm them with numbers. You come down to the next one, Infernal Revenue. Now, most people would sink 3 into this, I think, but I just sink 1 because infernal energy received from orbs isn't, it is what it is. The more orbs you get, the better. Obviously, the higher your energy is going to be. You don't need the extra 20% gain from gathering an orb, especially if you're actively harassing the team. Then you go to the next one, Portal Authority Elite. That's whatever. That's used to get to the next one, which is also whatever. This is kind of a drop in the bucket one. You don't really need it, but you need it. You know what I mean? I would take that point out if I had the option, because you need to get to widespread skeletal resurrection. Obviously, you need to max this out, because who doesn't want to increase the resurrection length? Especially if the battle is chaotic and the survivors are holding their own, and you drop this and it just lasts longer. They kill them, they can resurrect again. You know what I mean? As long as the spell lasts 30 seconds. So, like, if you cast the spell 5 seconds into their fight and they go down, they resurrect, and if they go down again, they might have time to resurrect again. I've seen it happen. You go down to the next one, Rock Steady Boss. Max this out. Max this out. Because there's nothing worse than summoning your boss and getting destroyed by a hunter. Max this out. You won't regret it. I promise. The next one, Scare Your Demon Dash, is another one that you absolutely have to use to get to Portal Authority Basic. And I suggest you max this out, because the faster you can place down them portals, the better. You want to overwhelm them with numbers. This is not about basic unit possession by any means. You just want to keep spamming until there's 30 skeletons on the field. You know what I mean? Just impossible odds no matter how good the team. Then you go to the next one, Health Razor Boss. Max that out. You want your boss to be as strong as possible. Healthy Bones. Increase the maximum health of skeleton flutists. This is a given for Necromancer. Everyone has this. You know that. Health Razor Basic. This is also a must-have for Necromancer. I'm pretty sure everyone uses this too, because it goes along with the basic possession build. You go to the next one, Drop in the Bucket. It's one you have to have. Skeletons attack more frequently. Bone Rage, you need this. If not, then just to get to the next skill. But I don't know if some of you demon mains have noticed, but sometimes your basics and your elites will just stand around and watch the fight go on. This helps with that. Irreparable Damage. Survivors, this is a given for Necromancer. You know, if they drink a Shemps and you hit them, the Shemps does nothing and they waste the Shemps. Skeletal reinforcements increase the number of skeletons spawned when you summon them. Obviously a given. Pretty much everything on this bottom line is a given except for Gates of Hell Elite. Like, you have to have them, and Demonic Dash, but everything else you need. So this is my I don't even know what you want to call it build. It's kill them with numbers. You know, I built this build in order to overwhelm the enemy. I didn't even know about early game basic unit possession when I built this build, and I've done no research into early game basic possession builds. I don't care. That's not how I want to win. So when I built this build, I did it with the sole intention of overwhelming the field until I can summon my boss. Now once I summon my boss, overwhelm the field some more, and then just pick the team off while they're worried about all my basics all around them, which are just as strong as I am. Yeah. And it works beautifully, especially late game when you start possessing your basics. Say they take down your boss, which is common. It happens all the time. Sometimes you don't get very far with your boss. That's what your basics are for. So then you immediately turn around, possess a basic, and you put in the work. And let me tell you what, my basic skeletons are no fucking joke, man. No joke. No wonder they nerfed the early game possession for Necromancer. I don't blame them, but it's still easy to get to 6. Because I was a trap demon before this. So it's not much of a transition for me. I don't know what demon mans are bitching about. They didn't break the demons. The demons don't suck. They just made it so the survivors have a little bit more of a chance in the beginning of the game, and that's fine. So if you like my build, hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you give this a try. Let me know how it works. Enjoy.